This is Dodgeball Network.
And welcome back. This is Tim Baird reporting for Dodgeball Network. And here I am in the weather. Oh, wow, look at this. We have 4 dodgeball players here. You guys want to do a quick interview or something? You know,
sure. Yeah, okay.
All right, here we go. We have Brandon Richardson, Scott Elliott, Andrew Hugel, and Sultan Kojic. Sultan and Scott of the Coons, and Andrew and Brandon of Geese and Friends. My first question is for you, Brandon. You guys had a bit of a tough loss last week. How do you plan on rebounding from a loss like that?
Well, a lot of us were wearing girl jeans, so I think we're going to dress for this sport.
Yeah. All right, girl jeans, their secret weapon, I guess. And
no, it didn't work. We're going to get changed next time.
I see. Now, for you Coons players, a couple weeks ago, Taylor Iannarilli said that the Coons are lacking depth in their pants. That's what he said.
Yeah. I just want to
how do you guys
on my camera that 3 of the members on the Coons are colored. And you know what they say about colors? They're generally bigger.
Yeah. Preach it. And I didn't want to play the race card. I guess Sultan played it for me.
Damn straight.
Now you guys, you Coons, you guys are currently in first place, 4-0.
Yes, sir.
Is there any team that can beat you guys?
No, absolutely not. None. There's not a team.
What about Team Brown?
Team Brown. Glad you brought that up. Team Brown is the worst team in the league.
Worst team in the league.
The record might not say that, but they are the worst team in the league.
The worst team.
The worst team in the league.
Yeah, true.
Jesus and friends have come together to create a hate so large it can't be reckoned with. We hate Team Brown so much.
Weren't you guys rivals at the start of the year? What happened here? You guys just kind of...
Team Brown had it. Team Brown.
There you go. You heard it here first, folks. Team Brown sucks. This is Tim Baird reporting for Dodgeball Network. Let's go back to a commercial break. In the beginning, God created man. And then he created power rankings. Welcome everybody, it's the Dodgeball Network, broadcasting live on YouTube. It's Tim Baird's Power Rankings, Week 5 edition, as we get prepared for, or is it Week 4 next week? Week 5?
Week 4.
Week 4 next week, sorry about that. Starting right off at number 12, we have A Shot I Love. They were at number 12 last week. Hey, but they won a game, you know, that's pretty good. They won a game against a team. So, you know, not bad, but they still have that 1-4 record, the worst record in the league, so sorry guys, you're still number 12. Number 11, they moved back down 1, even though they didn't play last week, average shows. They didn't play last week, but there was a big, by the way, there was a big shakeup in this week's rankings. You'll see later on what I'm talking about. Number 9, we have Prestige Worldwide, moving down 1. Prestige Worldwide lost to Operation Murder, you know, no big surprise there last week. At number 9, who've been ahead of Prestige Worldwide the entire season, 1 ahead. Like, these teams have been very close. They have the same record, and they're fighting it out for that last place in the Eastern Conference. The A team is ranked number 9. They moved down 1 from number 8 last week. And a big free fall for Team 1-3-7, or Team Elite, as they like to call themselves. Moved down from number 4 to number 8. Big drop for them. They lost 2 games. That's what happens when you lose 2 games, guys. You fall down to number 8. They lost to Hellcats. Yes. That's what she said. They lost to Hellcats, and they lost to Falcon Punch. Speaking of Falcon Punch, they're at number 7, folks. They're making a move. Moved up from number 11. They were second last week, moved up to number 7. Huge wins against 1-3-3-7. And did they play? They didn't play a second game last week?
No.
They didn't play a second game last week.
I don't think so, Tom.
But they did. They did win an exhibition game against Team Brown. How do you like them apples, Team Brown?
Keyword. Exhibition.
It all counts for something on Tim Bear's power rankings. It may not show up in the standings, but it definitely has a place in Tim Bear's power rankings. At number 6, Use and Friends. They were number 6 last week. Disappointing. Not really. Not really that disappointing. They lose to Team Brown. But, you know, you expected them to put up a bigger fight. They just didn't. They're at number 6, and they definitely need a win next week to restore that confidence. And now, everybody, Tim Bear's top 5. The Jocks were at number 5 last week. They retain that position. The Jocks game against Team Brown was postponed. So we'll see that game next week on Tuesday, which is tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Wednesday. Good job.
Tomorrow's Wednesday.
Woo!
You know what? It was Easter this week, and it just, you know, because we had Monday off, it feels like a Monday. So that's my excuse. Number 4, we have the Hellcats. Big move up for them too. They're at number 7. They move up to number 4 with a win over 137 or Elite, depending on what they want to call themselves these days. Number 3, Team Brown dropped down from number 2. They did beat Jesus and Friends, though that wasn't too difficult. They lost an exhibition game, the Falcon Punch. And you know, I'm not counting this as much as a regular season game, obviously, but still, it's got to count for something. And they fall down 1 notch. Number 2, Operation Murder switches spots with Team Brown. They were number 3 last week. They dismantled Prestige Worldwide. They're just showing themselves to be a force. The only team they lost to was this team, the Kakacoons, for the 4th straight week. Retained that number 1 spot. Definitely look like the favorite to win the Mega Bowl this year. There you go, folks. There's Tim Bear's power rankings for this week. Next up, we will have our Player of the Week. You definitely want to check that out. A profile on Team Falcon Punch, a team who made a big jump in the rankings, as well as Jesus and Friends, and final conclusions.